Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Steve from Rockstar Eater coming to you with another top 10 list. Oh yeah! Today I'm going to be sharing about another area in Los Angeles that you definitely need to check out for restaurants. So today I'm going to be giving you the 10 best restaurants in Beverly Hills. That's right, Beverly Hills, which is one of the top tourist attractions in LA, and some of you guys might know that it is the most expensive and richest neighborhood in Los Angeles. So obviously, some of the best food must be down there as well. It is true, all of it is pretty expensive, especially the good ones, but if you're willing to spend the money and you're willing to go out and to search for some really great food in Los Angeles, then Beverly Hills is definitely one of the places that you need to visit in order to find some of this really good food. Now, there are a lot of restaurants in Beverly Hills. Some are like affordable eats and some are like really expensive eats. And you're probably wondering, what are some really great restaurants that I need to try if I were to go to Beverly Hills? There's a lot more than 10, of course, but I narrowed it down to these 10, the best that I could, because I think that these 10 definitely represent 10 of the best foods and restaurants that you can find in Beverly Hills. So whether you are living in Los Angeles or you're planning to travel to LA and you are in Beverly Hills and you want some really awesome mind-blowing food, then these are the 10 that you must go with and you will have a blast. If you enjoy what I'm doing here on this channel, then please subscribe to this channel because I bring awesome food videos on a weekly basis, so you don't want to miss out on that. And of course, please stick all the way to the end of this episode so that the next time you go to Beverly Hills, you'll know exactly where you need to go if you want some awesome food in Los Angeles. So without wasting any more time, let's begin with the first one, going alphabetically. Bazaar by Jose Andres. Located inside the SLS Hotel, Bazaar is one of the most known restaurants in Beverly Hills, serving these elevated Spanish cuisine that's like no other. They specialize in tapas, which comes in traditional selections like your caviar, or more like modern, which encompasses like eggplant tempura and Brussels sprouts, as well as your seafood selections like king crab and smoked oysters. It's pretty hard to say which is the standout, as there are so many great items on this menu, so you can't miss out on this restaurant because Bazaar is really elevated dining experience at its best, and it's one of the most unique places that you must check out in Beverly Hills. Number 2, Crustacean. This is a modern Vietnamese restaurant in the heart of Beverly Hills. You can say this is one of the Vietnamese restaurants that have revolutionized Vietnamese cuisine in Los Angeles and is what Vietnamese food would look like in a high-class setting. What this restaurant is most known for is their garlic noodles, which are some of the tastiest noodles in town, as well as their large garlic Dungeness crab. I don't think you can go wrong with any of the dishes on the menu. So if you want comfort food combined with fine dining, then Crustacean is the restaurant that you should go to in Los Angeles, especially if you are craving Asian/Vietnamese cuisine done in a pretty cool modern way. Number 3, Cut. This is what some people call the greatest American steakhouse in Los Angeles. Owned by famous chef Wolfgang Puck, I would say this is indeed his greatest restaurant that serves new American steaks in the very posh Four Seasons Hotel on Wilshire Boulevard. Of course, Cut doesn't just have steaks, as they also have some other pretty cool innovative appetizers like their Dungeness crab and their mac and cheese. If you can, you gotta try their Wagyu steak, although I must warn you it is extremely expensive, like $200 expensive, but it's some of the best steaks that I've ever had in my life. So if you want some awesome steaks in Beverly Hills, then Cut Steakhouse is the one that you seriously need to consider. Number 4, Mastro's. This is another one of the best steakhouses in Beverly Hills. Some debate whether it's Mastro's or Cut as the best steakhouse in town, but you can't go wrong with either of them. Mastro's is a bit more traditional in terms of its menu, but the steaks are just as fantastic, as well as the ambiance and the overall experience. I usually like to go with the bone and ribeye steak, which is the basic tasty steak that they have on the menu, along with some really nice sauteed mushrooms and creamed corn. But hey, everybody has a choice on what meats they like. So if you want a great steakhouse experience in Beverly Hills, then Mastro's restaurant is one that you absolutely need to go to. Number 5. Maude. Owned by celebrity chefs Curtis Stone, Maude is a contemporary American-European style restaurant that serves some of the best modern course meals you can find in LA. It's a pretty small restaurant with a pretty small space, but don't be turned off by that. Come here for the food. What I would recommend is the 9-course meal that is inspired by its seasonal ingredients, where you can get a taste of just about every continent on the planet. So if you're into this stuff, then Maude is the place to be. Yes, it's not cheap. It's about $140 a person, which does not include alcohol, but this is one you definitely need to consider if you want really great international American-inspired course dining. Number 6. Nozawa Bar. This restaurant is a sushi restaurant owned by the famous sushi chef Nozawa, who is responsible for the sugarfish chain restaurants that's popular all over LA. The Nozawa Bar is like that, but better. It's actually located in a secret room in the Beverly Hills Sugarfish location. The concept is pretty similar, a course sushi menu with the same traditional, authentic, and minimalist sushi that Sugarfish is known for. So no California rolls or spicy tuna rolls can be found here. But if you want the taste of the fish, Nozawa Bar delivers. Be ready to shell out money because it is a $200 per person course meal, but it is some of the best sushi that you can find in town. Number 7. Spago. This is one of the most popular restaurants on this list. Like Cut Steakhouse, Spago is owned by Wolfgang Puck, but it serves a lot more than just steaks. It's frequented by many locals and tourists for good reason. It's high-end Italian-American fusion food that is known for their innovative California-style pizzas and their pretty cool spicy tuna cones. The food here is insanely expensive, but it's really tasty. So this is a restaurant that you should go to for special occasions, but I'm pretty sure that you're gonna remember it for a lifetime. So plan ahead and enjoy Spago Restaurant in Beverly Hills. Number 8. Tempura Endo. This upscale Japanese restaurant specializes in tempura. Have you ever heard of such a thing? You know, in Japan, there are some restaurants that make gourmet tempura, especially in Kyoto, where it can be eaten as an elegant course meal. Tempura Endo captures that same magic, bringing the Kyoto-style course tempura meal right here in Beverly Hills. You can guess that this is an expensive meal, but for the experience, it is amazing. I don't think you'll ever think of tempura the same way again after eating this food, because it is much more than just casual fare at a Japanese restaurant. Number 9. Urasawa. This is undoubtedly the greatest sushi restaurant in Beverly Hills, and some even say in all Los Angeles. This was one of the best restaurant experiences that I've ever had. Urasawa is a 20-plus course meal that combines the finest kaiseki appetizers with some out-of-this-world sashimi and sushi. Their fish is imported from Japan, so that makes it a standout. You'll be here for almost 3 hours as you watch Chef Hiroyuki artfully make this meal for you. It's about $400 per person. It's very expensive, but it's really one of the best meals you ever have in your life. So if you want to try sushi at its best, then this is the place you gotta go. And finally, number 10. Yazawa. Some call this the greatest Japanese-style barbecue you'll find in the Los Angeles area. Yazawa is a famous Japanese restaurant chain in which its first North American location is in Beverly Hills. They specialize in yakiniku, which is the type of barbecue that most resembles Korean barbecue. Of course, you can expect the highest quality of rich, buttery, and melt-in-your-mouth meats cooked at your table. You can go with either the course meal or order a la carte, but if you are in the mood for Asian barbecue, then you cannot skip out on Yazawa. This is indeed one of the best Asian restaurants and best restaurants in general in the city. So there you have it, 10 of the best restaurants in Beverly Hills. Like I said, there are a lot more that you can try than these 10, so don't think that these are the only 10 to eat at. But if you stick with these 10 as a starter, then I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a great time eating some really expensive but really tasty food in Beverly Hills, which I said is one of the top tourist attractions in Los Angeles. So whether you live in LA or you're planning to visit Los Angeles sometime and you're willing to shell out the money, then eat at these 10 restaurants and you're gonna have a blast. Well, that does it for this edition of Rockstar Eater. And if you enjoy what I'm doing here on this channel, then please give me a thumbs up because that helps this video a lot. And also comment in the section below because I want to hear your thoughts. Have you guys ever been to any of these restaurants before? If so, which ones? And also, are there any other restaurants that I should have mentioned that I didn't mention that's on this list? And finally, please subscribe to Rockstar Eater. That's really the best way to support me and this channel because every week I bring you awesome food episodes that are some of the best you'll find on the internet. Just hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell and you'll be getting these episodes on a weekly basis. Well, anyways, I hope you have a rockin' day today and that you'll try some of this rockin' Beverly Hills food sometime soon. And also remember, be sure to check out some of my other videos which are on the screen, in which you can also see some other of the top 10 food lists that I've released that I'm pretty sure will help you. So have a nice day and I'll see you in the next video.